At the end of this video, you will be able to manage the course cards on your dashboard, navigate the sidebar menu on the dashboard, create calendar events, send messages through the Canvas inbox, explore and import content from Commons, and access Canvas 24/7 help. Whenever you log into Canvas, you will be directed to the dashboard. The dashboard contains course cards for all of the courses with which you are associated, either as a student or an instructor. These course cards are separated into published courses at the top and unpublished courses at the bottom. All new sites will be unpublished, meaning students cannot access the course site. Students will only be able to access your course site once it is published. You can publish course sites from the dashboard or from within the course, which we will show in Video 3, Exploring Default Course Settings, but you cannot unpublish courses from the dashboard. You can customize the course cards and your dashboard to your liking. Clicking on the 3 dots in the upper right corner of the card will let you change the colors and the nickname of the card. You can also change the order in which the cards are displayed here. It is important to note that changing the nickname and color only changes it for your view, not the students. Students can set their own colors and nicknames for their courses. You may see many different cards here for various sections that need to be cross-listed. We will show you where to do this in Video 3, Exploring Default Course Settings. But know that once you cross-list, the number of course cards will be reduced and you won't have as many to sift through. The menu on the right side of the dashboard is called the Sidebar menu. This menu has different sections of information that are contextual, and what is displayed there changes depending on where you are in Canvas and what your role is. You'll see on my dashboard I have one section called Coming Up. This section in the dashboard will include items from all the courses you are in. When you are in a specific course site, you will only see items for that course. Coming Up lists all events coming up on all your course calendars. This will look the same regardless of your role or whether the item requires specific action from you. At some point, you may also see a To-Do section in this area. To-Dos list items that require action from you and depend on your role. If you are a student in a course, you may see an assignment that you need to submit. As an instructor, you will see an item here when you need to grade those submissions, and you can click directly from here into the grading interface. You may also see a recent feedback section, which shows assignments with feedback from an instructor. You may not see this section if you are not enrolled as a student in a course, but your students will definitely have this section. The next area of the global navigation menu that we will explore is the calendar. This is Canvas's internal calendar that collates events from all of your courses. You can find your courses listed on the right side of the screen underneath the small version of the calendar. To toggle your courses on, click the gray box next to the course name. Once it shows a color, that calendar is toggled on. You will also find a personal calendar in this list identified using your name. Again, you'll see all of the sections you have if you need to cross-list courses. Once they have been cross-listed, which we will show you later in Video 3, Exploring Default Course Settings, you'll be able to just choose the main course from this list and all the different sections will disappear. In the upper right corner of the big calendar, you can change the view from the month default to week or agenda, which is a list of events. To create an item in the calendar, you can use the plus button or click on any date grid. When you do this, you will see a menu with tabs at the top identifying the different types of items you can add to the calendar. The first option is to create an event, which is something happening at a particular time. You might use this to indicate class times or the topics to be covered on a particular day. You would give the event a title, date, and start and end times. While Canvas does provide a drop-down menu of times, they are in 5-minute increments, which can be slow to scroll through. Instead, you can type in the times you need. You can also add a location to the event. If you want to attach a Zoom link to the calendar event, you have to create that event in the Zoom integration, not from the calendar. In order to associate the event with one of your course calendars, you need to make sure it is toggled on before creating the event. If the calendar for your course of interest is not toggled on, it will not appear in the drop-down list beneath Calendar. At this point, you can save the event by clicking Submit at the bottom of the Event Editing menu. However, if you want that event to repeat, you must click on More Options. Here, you can also add additional details to the event using the Rich Content Editor, but at the bottom of the new screen, there will be a Duplicate box that you can click before clicking Create Event. This must be done when you are first creating the event. Events cannot be duplicated if they have already been saved. The next item that you can create from this calendar is an assignment. This is just one of the places where you can create an assignment associated with a particular due date. You can give the assignment a title, due date, associate it with a specific course, and put it in a specific assignment group, which we will explain in Video 9, Discussions and Assignment Groups. You can also choose to publish the assignment. However, it is important to note that this only creates the shell for the assignment. You can either click More Options to add more information to the assignment or edit it later. Finally, you can create an appointment group. This lets you set up appointments for students to claim. An example for how this might be used would be for office hours. You can name the event, choose a location, associate the event with a specific course calendar or multiple. You can allow students to sign up in groups if desired. Then set a date and a time range for the appointment. If you want students to sign up for a specific amount of time in your time range, choose that amount of time to divide the slots into and press Go. Canvas will automatically create individual time slots for students. You can limit the number of students who can sign up for a specific time slot and limit the number of appointments a student can sign up for. You can also add more details here at the bottom. When ready, press Publish. Once you have an appointment group, you can click the event and edit group details. Here, you can message students who meet certain criteria, like all who have signed up, those who haven't signed up yet, etc. One final feature of this calendar is that you can export this calendar to other calendars, such as your Outlook calendar. Do this by clicking the Calendar Feed button in the bottom right corner of the screen underneath your course list. Just know you can't pull any external calendars into Canvas. The next item in the Global Navigation menu is the inbox. This is Canvas's internal messaging system, but it is also linked to your Duke email. All the messages sent in your courses are stored here, and you can sort it by courses or people. You could send messages to students through this inbox, and they will not only get the message in Canvas, but also their Duke email. Similarly, any responses you receive will live here and will also come to your email. You can respond via your Duke email as well. To send a message, click the pencil icon at the top. You can select a course, specify who you're sending the message to, whether that is an individual, a section of a course, or a whole course. You can give it a subject and take note of the option to send an individual message to each recipient. This is Canvas's version of BCC, and it is useful for retaining student privacy. You can type your message, add an attachment, or spontaneously create and send media using the Media button in the lower left-hand corner of the composition window. When you are ready, you can click Send in the bottom right corner to send your message. Next on the global navigation menu is Commons. Commons is a repository of Canvas items that other Canvas users have chosen to share with the rest of the Canvas community. The items shared run the gamut from whole sites to individual pages, and all the things in between, like assignments, quizzes, modules, etc. You can search for keywords and/or use the filters to hone in on what you're specifically looking for. For example, you can filter by type of content as well as grade level. Once you find something you might be interested in using or modifying, you can import a copy of the item into your course and modify it to customize it to your needs. The last item in the global navigation menu that we will go over is Help. When you click on Help, you will see a list of resources you can access if you have any questions about Canvas. The first and probably most helpful resource is the Get Help with Canvas. If you click this, a new menu will pop up where you can conveniently look for help by selecting one of the options and even sub-options. For example, I want to know how to create assignments for my course, so I click on the Assignments button, then the Create Assignments button. And all suggested guides are listed below, including articles and videos. You can also search for keywords in the search bar on the upper right corner. If you can't find your answer, there's one-on-one Canvas support on the bottom of the page. You can email, call, or chat with Canvas support 24/7.